neighbors when I first moved here 5 years ago, and she said, I said, listen, I want to get connected to what's going on the ground. And she says, young man, if you want to get connected to what's going on the ground, you got to find Ms. Asia Butler because she'll get you connected and plugged in. And she's just this amazing, soulful, transformational leader that we're so pleased to have her here. If we're in the room together, I would say, give us a big round of applause and some snaps for this fabulous human being amongst us. Hey, Asia.
Hi, I hope you hear me okay. I'm talking through my computer.
We hear you just fine. And if you could just give us a word or two about the work that you're doing in Inglewood with the Resident Association, maybe a little history, and then zero in on like a project that you're working on right now.
Yeah, so the Resident Association of Greater Inglewood, most people know as RAGE, was really founded back in 2010 with myself and 13 others who just wanted to uplift the community. We knew our community was sick and in any kind of way and need healing. Yeah. And that's what's so interesting about today's time is that healing piece has been going on through our work for the last 10 years. And so we've done some things that vary because we're residents, you know, things come our way and we have to catch that ball and be adaptable. So it might range from, you know, the arts, as you can see behind me, pulling this out of residents, or community development. It could be working with a corporation like Whole Foods to make sure that the way it's designed is going to be beneficial to us in this community. And so the journey has went, you know, in a lot of different directions, and it's still moving.
Yeah. So I know you folks have so many things going on in the community, but I want to get to this, what's happening right now with this, you know, the advent of coronavirus, the pandemic, and everybody on lock, and, you know, we're already dealing with all the social determinants and all this disparity stuff. I know you're at the heart of that work, and then so say a few words about that.
Yeah, you know, we are already devastated in Inglewood, devastated economically, devastated with our housing, devastated with our schools. And so we are always just trying to figure out ways to still find peace with that devastation. And so with the COVID, you know, it was just another blow, you know, another hit to the devastation that we have. And so a lot of what we've done before have always been gathering of people and always been around people. And we have a whole roster of amazing members who live in the community or on the north side, but still want to see Inglewood rise. And so we've been able to respond at this time with the basic needs. And, you know, we have really fancy meetings and PowerPoints, but really right now people need food, monetary support, and just love. And so that's what we've been doing. That's the ultimate. So forget a meeting, right? Well, we've been doing a little meetings, but some of the heavy stuff that we normally lift right now has just been stripped for us to really care about the fundamentals, care about our elders who are very vulnerable, and some of our just the folks in Inglewood who ultimately have issues with health anyway, with asthma, so much stuff. So, you know, just trying to be there to wrap our arms around them is what we've been doing these last few weeks since this happened.
Yeah, so you do that so well. I want to invite Anthony and Nicole to ask a question or two so they can really, you know, get a sense of the depth and value of the work that you've been leading in the community. Anthony?
Hi, Aisha. Great to see you.
Hey.
It seems like in many ways you've been preparing to be there for the community for years now. You're always a little ahead of the game, unlike other people when it comes to this coronavirus. We can see the data on death and infections, but what do you think we need to be ahead of in the next month or two so that we can best support communities of color and immigrant populations that are going to get hit by this epidemic for months and years to come disproportionately?
Yeah, so we are looking and forecasting what our future could look like in Inglewood. We already have the stats of violence and robberies and burglaries and domestic violence. It's definitely being forecast that will probably spike through this COVID. The loss of businesses, we have very few who hang on here in Inglewood, and many of them have lost their dreams, you know, through this over this last month. I think about Inglewood Branded and some of the local restaurants and the mom and pop stores. So, you know, just really deep healing is going to be necessary. I mean, just in general. And I think we're trying to think about ways to respond not only to the population that may be being released from prison here and where they go and how do we support them through this, and then also the ones who really haven't had anything and have even less now. Grandmas are not letting folks come in the house no more, and auntie. So them being outside and in the community, I mean, it's just going, you know, I don't think we felt it yet, but that sense of desperation that was kind of already here, it might be elevated.
Yeah, Nicole, you have a question?
I do. I first want to thank you for your work, sis.
Thank you.
We are all witnessing some of the most selfless and heroic folks, whether they are doctors, whether they are nurses, LPN, RNs, janitors, grocery workers, deliveries, folks like you. So my question is, I'd like to know how you are doing. And I'd like to know what you are doing for your own sake. And second part of that question, what can we do to help you, Butler, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's so sweet. That's gonna get me all choked up.
We here to hold space for you.
Thank you. When I think about it, you know, I get emotional thinking about the heavy lift that we have. Being able to talk about it, you know, this is helpful. Being able to reflect on it, because we're moving. Like today, this is my 6th Zoom call today, so things are moving so quick for me. So this is somewhat of a reflection, a more calm reflection that helps me. I work out. I just want to embarrass myself right now. I was in the office working out. I have on workout clothes.
Hey! Yes.
I just had to, you know, put on my blue jean shirt. But that helps me. I do walks in the park. I love my parks. I love the parks in Inglewood. I haven't even ventured off. I've just been admiring the trees and the birds and the music. And so music, art, nature, that's usually, that's my kind of thing. And then just still being able to connect. Those words of encouragement that I get, those text messages, the pizza delivered today, just out the blue. It's been so many people pouring in that it's like overflow. So I think, I go in solitude to release some of that overflow or figure out a way to just disperse it back out into the universe. So I would just say that I gotta think a little bit longer on that one, but maybe when it's over, just a real nice vacation, you know, somewhere.
And so it shall be yours.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You know, our time is coming to a close here, but Asia, you know, we're proud of you. We stand by you. We stand next to you. You reach out, you call, we show up. You know. And I say that collectively for all the members of the Resident Association of Greater Inglewood. Oh my! And I can't wait for the village to come together again, right across the street from your place over there at the office under that red, black and green, baby.
Yes, yes. We can do some social distancing over there. I'm just trying to wait till the weather break and think about the proper arrangement.
6 feet, baby. We'll get it done. We'll come together again soon. So thank you so very much for joining us here tonight.
We'll be producing in Englewood again soon. You can count on.
I know you will. Yeah. We have to.
As soon as we get out from under the Zoom, we'll be out there.
Yes, and shout out to any Rage members watching. We love y'all. Thank y'all for always staying in this movement with us through anything, thick and thin. So they've been still a collective through this work. It has not been just me alone. It's been a collective effort, and I just couldn't be more grateful.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you guys.
Take care now.